What's going on? Welcome back. Ryan here. In this video, we're doing a walkthrough of TD Ameritrade's ThinkOrSwim platform. So I got my desktop up, I got the application loaded, and I'm logged in to the simulated trading. Now, this is what it looks like when you first log in, the default setup. And if you ever want to reset this to the default, in the top right corner, there's a setting tab, and you press on that and you can say reset workspace, and then it will come up with this prompt and it'll reset. And another important thing is if you ever want to reset the money for whatever reason, if you just want to clear everything out, you would come to this monitor tab, and we want to have one of the accounts selected. So not total accounts, but for instance, the margin account, and then, or we could select the IRA account, and then we come over here to the right here, just above where this is, and there should be an adjust account, and then we can say reset all balances and positions, and that would reset it. We could come in here to the margin account, do the same thing. Now it's all reset and good to go. So we could then reset the entire thing and back to the default setup, right? So on the left side here, right, this left column, this is where you can have your gadgets, okay? So you have your account info, right? You can customize that gadget and have all your different things that you put in, whatever you want to see. And then you can have like live news. There's all these different things, right? So we can come in here, and let's say that I just want to delete that gadget, and then I want to come down here and add a calculator. So now I've added my calculator, and I'm good to go, right? So on this left, I suggest the way that I like to look at the market is I like to have different watch lists, right? Where I might have watch list for like different ETFs that I like. I might have watch list for like tech. I typically like to have lots of different watch lists, right? Like ETFs that make up the SPY. Like there's all these different ways that you can use watch lists to build a portfolio, right? Like you could have a watch list that's built up of assets that pay monthly dividends, for example, right? There's all these different ways that you can customize things, and it's important to understand that it's like a blend of that technology aspect of the application with the foresight and the market understanding to make decisions on what you want to do exactly, right? So I like to, for instance, I'll just delete everything except for the account info and the watch list. And then I'll just bring up, how about the futures, right? So we'll just bring up the futures because they're always trading. And this is where you're going to be looking at a lot of things, right? And it's important to know that we can change the columns and what we're looking at, right? And we wanna selecting lists and looking at these things. It's kind of subjective, right? Because everybody's different. Everybody's gonna have a different trading style, right? Everybody's personality is different, and that's a really great thing, right? Because human beings we're all different, but we're all very similar. And it's important to understand that while we're all going to be different and we're all going to approach things a different way, there's a couple key things that we want to understand, right? We don't want to have all this stuff that we're trying to do that it takes away from making high quality decisions, right? So moving on, once we kind of understand our watch list, most of the action is going to happen on this panel right here, right? Where you have your monitor tab where you can monitor all your positions, right? You have your trade tab where you'll execute trades. You have the Analyze tab, which has some really interesting stuff. I think that this is one of the things that I love the most about TD Ameritrade is you can easily visualize option positions, and this makes it really easy to teach people when they're first starting out. Okay, so we have a scanner here where you can make custom scans with different qualifiers and things that you'll be looking at when you want to find different either options or underlying assets. Really amazing, all the different type of scanners you can use. Here's the Market Watch tab, which, for instance, we could select this same futures, and now it's going to bring this up in an expanded view where we can have a lot more data to look at, right? We can come in here to the charts, where I really like the charts because they're so customizable, right? There's so much you can do, okay? There is a tool tab where there's some different tools and things that we can look at, and they have their own education inside here, which brings up, their educational platform, which I highly encourage you to go through and look at. There's always great information everywhere. And but just know this software is super customizable, right? And the majority of your time is going to be spent, creating watch lists, charting and looking through different things in the chart, and then actually trading positions in here, using the options chain. Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to talk just a little bit about looking at the market the right way, and I'm going to show you what I mean inside of the software. And I'm looking forward to this because this is one of the most important things I've ever figured out in trading. Okay, so let's get into that next video.